On tonight's Fayette Prep Rally, football is in full swing, and we've got some close ones that came down to the wire. Starr's Mill starts their season with a win over Coosa. Could they move to 2-0 over Woodland? Fayette County at home looks for their first win of the year. Could they take down Union Grove? And we'll spotlight Sandy Creek's stud on defense, Quinteze Williams. He's our team leader this week. All that, and we'll look ahead to next week's games. So get ready to blow through the smoke on Fayette Prep Rally in 30 seconds.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
Comcast presents your source for Fayette County High School sports. This is Fayette Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Fayette Prep Rally, your weekly high school sports program featuring the very best Fayette County high school action. I'm Daryl Schur, joined by Nathan Shutter. Year-round on Comcast Channel 25. Catch us here weeknights at 6, 8, and 10. And Nathan, it was another big Friday night for the teams in Fayette County as we get to the keys to the weekend. And the Panthers, they come out with a close one and get a win.
Get another win, defeat Woodland 9-7. Low scoring affair, no points by either side in the second half, but a win nonetheless for Starr's Mill.
And for Fayette County, another tough loss.
So close in this one. Fayette County loses to Union Grove 27-19 after leading. A late field goal and interception were the difference in this one.
And the Wildcats, they get their first win of the season.
Take care of Olau 23-7 to improve to 1-1 on the year. Touchdowns by Trey Wofford, Colton Clemens, and Blake Barnes. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention McIntosh, a tough loss to Dutchtown. Came close to winning that. A lot of good performances in that one. Nick Enzer, quarterback Andrew Johnson, another good game. I really like where McIntosh is going so far.
All right, well, let's get to the highlights of Starr's Mill, where they won a close one a week ago on the road, and they look to remain unbeaten, taking on Woodland in their home opener. Pick this one up first quarter. Woodland's quarterback getting pressure. Davis Asen coming around for the big-time sack. And Starr's Mill now on offense. John Smith taking the handoff and fighting his way in for the apparent touchdown. But there was a penalty on the play, so take the points off the board.
A couple of plays later, they would finally cash in. Dylan Altura banging his way in from a yard out, makes it 6-0 Starr's Mill.
Second quarter now, Altura dropping back to pass, finds Alex Riddle over the middle. He's picking up a bunch of yards, but he is going to cough it up right there. And Woodland would fall on it, and they recover it. And they would eventually drive it down the field for a field goal, but this one is going to head just a little wide, and it is no good.
So Starr's Mill would take over, and they go for it on fourth down, but Altura is going to get stuffed and brought down just short of the first down.
So Woodland, they would take over again, and this time they would find the end zone. The receiver is going to get left wide open in the end zone right there for the touchdown. Woodland now goes on top 7-6, but Starr's Mill would put another drive together. Arturo rolling out and finding Jason Lindner for the diving catch in the first down.
They would have to settle for a field goal attempt. Austin Ingram knocking it through, and that would turn out to be your game winner. Starr's Mill takes it 9-7 over Woodland.
Yes, they somehow come out with a win. No points in the second half on that one, but the Panthers unbeaten on the season, that's what matters, but are these close games going to catch up with them come later on?
I don't think so, Darryl. I think it's actually just the opposite. I think these close games are going to build character for this team. This is a whole new roster. It's not the same team that went to the finals last year. A lot of new guys in new positions. So these close wins, while probably not good for the coaching staff, they want a little more comfort to be able to work on some things. But the important thing is they're winning the games. And I think down the road, as we get later in the season, we get towards the playoffs, I think these close games will help them and give them confidence to win games when they need to.
We will definitely see. All right, back to the highlights now. And injuries plagued Fayette County in their Week 1 loss, but the Tigers came ready to play in their first game at home against Union Grove. Third quarter action in this one, Union Grove driving, but Julian Norman coming around for the big-time sack. The ball gets coughed up, and the Tigers are going to recover, and they are in business from there. Travis Edwards gets the pitch, and he's got a caravan going to the end zone, strolling in for the touchdown, makes it 19-10 Fayette County.
But the Tigers would have some special teams issues. Edwards muffs the punt, ball is loose, and Trevor Tolbert is going to fall on it for the Wolverines.
They would cash in on the turnover. Keaton Robertson rolling out, and he's going to the end zone for Matthew Ivy. Reels it in for the touchdown. That makes it 19-17 Fayette County. Fourth quarter now, the Wolverines setting up for the field goal, and Kyle Bullard is going to knock it through the uprights right there, and Union Grove goes ahead 20-19.
So Fayette County trying to answer now. Jason Williams getting pressured, throws it off his back foot, and that's not good. Greg Newell picks it off, and he's going the other way for the pick six. Makes it 27-19 Union Grove.
So one last shot for the Tigers. Williams rolling out and looking downfield for Alexander Phillips, but Jonathan Self picks it off right there to seal it, and Union Grove takes it 27-19 over Fayette County. So for the second straight week, the Tigers lose a close one. So what does this Fayette team have to do to get a win?
Well, they just have to keep working hard. I mean, listen, it's a whole new coaching staff. New players in new positions are learning a new system. They've already experienced a little adversity this year, losing their quarterback, their starting safety. So things haven't gone perfect. So they're still learning. The important thing is they have 2 weeks now until they play Northgate. Work on the things that they need to work on here in this time. Northgate is a much improved team, but kind of prepare for that one. I think that they'll get better and better as the season goes on. They just need that one win. I think it'll give the team a lot of confidence, and they will be fine after that.
All right, time now to spotlight an individual in our player profile segment. The Sandy Creek Patriots are going for their third straight state title this season, and they'll need a strong effort from the defense to get them back to the top. One of the players the Patriots will be relying on to get them back to the state title game is senior Quinteze Williams.
I love it. That's one of the main reasons I play defense. I love attention.
There has been no shortage of attention for Sandy Creek defensive lineman Quinteze Williams. He is one of the most sought-after recruits by the who's who of college football.
Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma, California, you know, all over the U.S.
Standing at 6'4" and 295 pounds, Quinteze Williams already looks the part of a college football player, but he can also back it up with his play on the field.
You know, I think the big thing is he can shut down an entire side from running the football. I mean, he's a physically imposing enough figure that he can maybe make a team a little more one-dimensional, and he's got good pass rush skills, which will be big as well.
When it came time to make a decision on where he would be attending college, the University of Florida is the place Williams wanted to call home for the next 4 years.
I went down there, showed me love, met the coaches. All the coaches loved me, told me how much they needed me, how much they wanted me to be there. The more I went down there, the more welcome I felt. It was just fun.
With his college future already decided, Williams' attention turns to his senior season and the increased expectations that come with playing for the two-time defending state champs.
I think he realizes, hey, I'm a senior, it's my last deal. He'll have to turn it up a little bit in order to do the things that we really want him to do, and he's done that.
Me being a part of that team and that feeling, I want it again. And I know that it's going to be hard this year because we have done it twice in a row, and that is really going to be who can stop Sandy Creek. That drives me, you know, knowing that it's a bullseye on my back.
Nice story there, Nathan, on Quinteze Williams. So the big question is, what kind of impact is he going to have once he gets to Florida?
I think it's tough for any freshman to have, especially a D lineman, to have an impact in the SEC. But Quinteze plans on graduating early and trying to enroll at Florida in January. So that gives him a little bit of a leg up on the competition, allow him to get into school, kind of get used to that college life, balancing classes in football. We'll also put him in their weight program and their diet plan, which is pretty nice as a football player. I think they feed you pretty well down there. So Quinteze is a very smart guy. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets a little playing time as a true freshman next year.
Yeah, he's already a big guy now. He's probably going to get even bigger once he goes down to Florida. All right, time now to preview the games that are taking place this Friday night. And we start things off with Sandy Creek playing host to Eagles Landing.
Yeah, this one is probably going to be a blowout. Eagles Landing was 0-10 a year ago, including a 51-0 loss to Sandy Creek. The Golden Eagles already have a victory this season, a 34-27 win over Rutland, so maybe they are much improved. But Sandy Creek had a bye last week, so they had 2 weeks to prepare for this one. I'm looking for Sandy Creek to win big at home against Eagles Landing.
And our next matchup, McIntosh at Jones County.
Yeah, Chiefs were so close last week against Dutchtown. They led 10-6 heading into the fourth. Just couldn't find a way to get the win. Now they have to travel to Gray, Georgia to take on Jones County. Jones County is 0-2 on the year with 2 road losses. Chiefs lost 31-12 to Jones County last season, but I see McIntosh getting better and better every week. I would not be surprised if they came away with a victory.
And next up, Starr's Mill at Alcovy.
Panthers defeated Alcovy 27-0 last season. Alcovy went 1-9 last year, off to an 0-2 start this year, giving up 36.5 points per game. I think this is a good thing for the Starr's Mill offense. maybe get things going, kind of get in a groove, and score, have a big game there, just putting up a bunch of points.
And I hope Whitewater was watching the highlights because they get Union Grove next.
Yeah, Union Grove 1-1 on the season. They finished 3-7 last year in 2010. Whitewater beat them 28-14 in the regular season, and then the two teams played again in the region playoff. Whitewater dominated 44-6 in that one. It's never easy to go on the road, but I like Whitewater to win this one over Union Grove and move to 2-1 on the season.
Yeah, they have looked pretty good so far early in this season. All right, so we have two teams that are 0-2 on the young season. So which one of them do you think might get a win this week?
Well, this is an easy one, Daryl. I think McIntosh, because they play Jones County this week. Fayette County has a bye, so they're not playing anyone. But I really like McIntosh. I know it's a road game. It's a far trip down to Jones County, but I really like how they progressed over the last couple of weeks, going all the way back to the scrimmage against Shaw, where they didn't look very good at all. It seems like they get better and better in each week. Andrew Johnson, another game under his belt. He's playing much better. The defense is really stepping up. I really like McIntosh to go down and beat Jones County. Fayette County will get their win eventually, but they're off this week, so they can't.
For McIntosh, that would be a huge win for that program and get them in the right direction. All right, that is going to do it for this week. Catch us back here on Comcast Channel 25 next week for game highlights and features. And be sure to follow Fayette Prep Rally on Facebook and Twitter to see what's happening on the show. Now, for Nathan Shutter, I'm Daryl Scher. Thanks for watching. We'll see you under the lights.
Grab some wood there, bub.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.